Macca's Guides.
Hey everyone, Macca here, and welcome to the continuation of my 100% full game walkthrough for Little Nightmares 2. In this video, we'll be tackling Chapter 2, known as The School. In this video series, I'll be showing you all of the collectibles, including hats and glitching remains, and I'll be showing you all of the missable achievements and trophies you can grab along the way. This chapter has quite a few. It's also a really long chapter and quite a difficult chapter to complete if you are trying to have a no-death run, although we don't really need to do that. So for the beginning, we're just going to be running to the right. I will be sprinting here and there, but you should be able to keep up as I stop sprinting, before interacting with certain items. We'll reach with this door and then just climb on through. And then you can go to the right-hand side here and come to this ledge where our buddy will help us up. Once we come here, just hop up onto the TV, jump onto the rope, and then hang on the rope. Here you'll have to swing back and forth a total of 3 or 4 times to kick the TV off of the other TV. This will kind of bring us to the top. Once at the top, make sure you jump off successfully, land here, go to the left, and here what we can do is push the TV off the ledge, and this will bring our friend up. He will go a floor above us, which is okay. We're just going to come back to where we came from, go up the stairs, and we're going to have to make the jump across. Make sure you get a good sprinting start, jump late, and grab on as this happens. I've actually failed this jump more times than I'd like to admit. There we go. It's actually a little bit touchy with how it works. But once we're up here, we can actually get our first collectible, which is Glitching Remain number 1 out of 6. Instead of going across this beam, go to the left where we helped our friend get up. And here on the ledge, you can find the Glitching Remain number 1 of 6. We can then continue to the beam we were just at and continue a little bit with the level here. This stuff's pretty simple, but there are some sections of this level that are quite difficult and quite tricky. There's also a lot of really tricky achievements and trophies, but we'll be grabbing all of them, so don't worry. Creep on through the door and you'll end up in this TV room. The TV will turn on and you'll just have to walk towards it. Once you touch the TV, you have to tune the TV with your left stick in order to make the image turn white. And you have to do this a total of 2 times. It is a random direction every time you do it. So for me, it's up. And this will kind of shock me once. And then I'm going to go, for me, this time it's left. And it will shock me again. It will be different for you, though. But you're basically just trying to line up the signals so that the image turns white. And this should kind of shock you into this slow-mo hallway. After that, we can continue on with the level by going to the right and jumping up through the window. If you run to the right, you'll notice there's a garbage bin. Here we can just pull it out and we will be given access to a hole in the fence. Go through the hole in the fence to gain access to the schoolyard. There are a couple things we need to do in the schoolyard. So if we enter, go to the opposite corner of the schoolyard, and there's a dumpster there, and next to that dumpster is Glitching Remain number 2 of 6. Now from here, what we can do is run down and up the staircase towards the door of the school, jump up over the ledge and onto the dumpster, and here we'll be given a hat. This is our first out of 2 hats. After you pick up the hat, equip the hat in the menu. It's this one right here. It's the second one. And now what we can do is jump down and just walk through the goal, this should give you the referee achievement / trophy. This one was pretty tricky. I think most people are going to try to pick up the ball and throw it instead. After you get the referee achievement, I'm going to put my normal hat back on just so that we can get immersed in the gameplay. I'm going to jump up on this rope and climb to the top. We have another achievement or trophy coming up right after this, so stay tuned. Climb up through the window and you'll enter into here. You will run to the right and then up the hallway and enter the left door. In this room, our kind of main objective is to pick up the ball in the middle to solve a puzzle. I'll explain the puzzle, but instead what we're going to do is pick up this paper airplane. Hold the paper airplane and run back to where we came from. If you line up with the window, your character should take a specific angle and he should be able, or you should be able to throw it through the window. If you miss, that's okay. Just give it another shot. And that should get you the fly free achievement / trophy. That one's probably going to be one of the trickier ones in the game for sure. Now, if you come here, I'm going to show you how to solve the puzzle. If you turn off the light, you'll notice that there is a hole behind this painting on the right. You don't actually need to turn off the light to solve it, but I wanted to tell you how, in case you're wondering, maybe you're stuck and you don't know how to figure it out. That's how you get your first clue. And then you can come into this room and pick up this, I think it's a baseball. Some kind of ball. Yeah, it's a baseball. And if you come here, stand in front of the painting, and your character can throw the ball to knock down the painting and go on through the wall. Once in this room, hop up on this creaky ledge with your buddy, and then start jumping with him. I don't know if you have to like jump at the same time or not, but it seems to help. And that should crack you through, and we're underneath now. Just go to the right-hand side, crouch when you need to crouch. There's another Missable achievement actually coming up pretty soon here, which is actually the one that kind of stumped me for the longest out of the entire game. Jump down the ledge, and open up the crate. Once we drop down into here, we will go forward and we will see a spooky person in the door. That's going to be kind of the main quote-unquote boss of the area. We're just going to continue walking. Here, there's a creaky board that's a part of a trap, so watch out for the trap. Here you can crouch under this lamp. And then crouch through this hole right here. Coming up right here is another creaky board, so watch out for that. You don't have to go into the door on the right-hand side. There's a trap on it. There's really nothing in there. But walk forward here, another creaky board. Just walk up to it slowly. It'll drop a locker. We can then go up on the locker and then into the next room. Yes, I have played this level enough times to have memorized every trap. There's another trap right here. We're just going to crouch as we walk on this creaky board. After it's done swinging, we can jump on top, jump up on here, and jump down. We'll just sprint to the right now until we go and something happens. You'll see here. You will be stuck with the locker or in the locker, and unfortunately our little friend will be taken away from us. We're going to be spending a good chunk of the next chapter getting them back. So we're going to pick up the hammer. Something I didn't mention in the last video is that you can sprint with heavy objects. And we're going to take out this kid right here. And then in the next room, we're just going to stand right here and wait for the kid to notice us. And then he should take the trap and basically take himself out using it. We can then jump up onto the chair, jump up through the window, jump down here, and in this third locker right here is glitching remain number 3 out of 6. Coming up soon is the Bully of Bullies achievement / trophy, which is pretty tricky, but hopefully we can get it on our first try here, and hopefully you can get it on your first try watching. You'll come up to the classroom where the teacher is teaching, just crouch, and make sure you don't get spotted. Every time she's about to turn around, she will loudly put her chalk on the board, and then turn around, and then she'll turn back around to write on the board again. After she turns around, we're going to start moving forward here. Move past the first and second student, and then stand up and get spotted. Continue running to the right, and some of the bullies will chase you. Come through the door, jump up on the ledge. As it starts moving, jump away from it, and if you take out all 3 of them, you should get the Bully of Bullies achievement or trophy. This one's pretty tough. I haven't figured out how to survive that encounter, so unfortunately we will be brought back to where we started the classroom, and we'll just do it the normal and proper way instead. Wait for the teacher to turn around, and you should be able to sneak to the second desk. Just don't stand up or sprint, and wait underneath the second desk. So once he turns around, I'm going to make my way to the third desk here. You can make your way all the way to the door in one straight shot if you're really good on timing. But I found that it's pretty tricky to get right every time. And I do want to adopt a strategy in this video that everyone can follow. So we're going to wait on the third desk until she turns around. You can pan your camera in this game in case you're wondering. So that can be a little bit useful for something like this, but as soon as she turns around from the third desk, you should be able to make your way into this door easily without getting spotted. Once you're in here, we're going to hop up on to this cabinet or this bookshelf, and then jump away from it to not get crushed. Grab the key as soon as you can, and then immediately sprint into this box and hide. The teacher will come in and look for you, and she will not find you as long as you are in this box. This is the thing of real nightmares, and why this game is called Little Nightmares, I think. This is one of my favorite chapters of the game for sure. And as soon as she locks the door, she will open up this little crack in here that we can now climb through, which will bring us back into the classroom through this cabinet. We're just going to have to navigate underneath the desks and make sure we don't get spotted in order to leave. As soon as she leaves this first desk, we can stay crouched the entire time. If my character will come out, there we go. And we're going to wait underneath this desk right here. Feel free to pan your camera, and we're going to go all the way to this second middle desk now. At this point, we are going to wait. She will spot us if we move across right now. What we're going to do is we're going to wait till she stands right here. We're going to keep waiting. And after this, we should be able to start moving. I'm now in the far left corner, and is she keeps moving down further away, we can sneak out, hopefully without an issue. As soon as you're past the door, we can sprint. We now have the key for the elevator, so we're going to take it. At the top of the elevator, run to the right-hand side through the door. Here, we'll be able to grab an achievement or trophy called Merciful Feet. Now, this boy is on a chain, and he will try to run at you, but the chain will yank him back. What we need to do is grab the lead pipe in the middle, and we actually have to just leave him alone and leave the area without harming him. So, I'm going to do is I'm going to stand right here. It's going to yank him. I'm going to sprint across, pick up the pipe, sprint with the pipe. He will not be able to get me. I can now burst my way through this door with the pipe. And if I come to the next room, I should unlock the Merciful Feet achievement / trophy. Again, my unlocks are in pink because I am playing on a third account. Climb up the shelf and through the little hatch. Here, we will knock over some bottles, so quickly run and crouch into this box down here. The teacher's very long neck will be able to come see and look for us, so obviously we will need to hide when she does that, and once she leaves, we can continue on. Here, there is another container. Don't knock it over. Instead, just pick it up, move it over here, and then just put it down. If you knock it over, she'll come look for you again, and you just have to hide again. So that's just going to save us a little bit of time. Climb up the knotted rope here. And just so you're aware, there is a box up here we're going to hide in. So we're going to come across this beam. We're going to push this. As soon as we push it, sprint back, jump up on here, and hide in this box. You can now jump through this, and we're done that little section here. All right, we've now entered a library, and this library does have a collectible hat for us. So we will go up to the little ladder, we'll grab it, and then shift it over one bookshelf to the right. Jump and then climb it. This is a very tricky one, but right here on the left, this is a hat. That's our second hat of 2. We can then we can just drop down at that point and shift the ladder over again. This time we're going to shift it all the way. Jump up onto the ledge, and then down onto the bookcase. After you drop the books, sprint very quickly, jump up on the ledge, keep sprinting, and then crouch through the hole, keep sprinting, and that will escape that. Here we're going to have to make a jump across, then shimmy across onto the other side of this bookshelf. We're going to have to climb up to the top first. And then we can jump across this gap. After you jump across the gap, you will make a noise. So we're going to quickly shift over to this far side right here. And then once the teacher starts moving to the other side, we're going to quickly shift over this way. If you don't shift over, she does spot you. And then as she leaves, start shifting back over. Then jump across this gap. and just wait for her. All right, that's that little section all done. What we need to do is we need to come and grab this box right here and start moving it. We're going to be jumping up onto the doorknob to open it up. There's another collectible coming up right here. This is going to be glitching remain number 4 out of 6. We'll enter this large room with a staircase, giant clock in the back, go up the stairs and to the left. Up here, there will be a boy sitting on a ledge. So grab that glitching remain for number 4. That one's a little sad. Go down the stairs and come up to the right and admire the dog graffiti on the wall. Here we're going to take this piece, put it on the chess piece, jump up on top, and then up onto the door. You do need to use the grab button and don't make the same mistake I did. All right, this next room is a puzzle, so go back and just grab this piece, the top piece of that chess piece there, and bring it into the room with you. You can put this piece right here and then jump up on top, and grab this piece right here. Now what we need to do is we need to basically get a checkmate, and the solution for the checkmate is behind this right here. So we already have 2 of the pieces, and the third piece can be found right here. We're just going to take the top off, actually. So the piece we have is kind of going to go in the far back left corner. So the piece with the dot on top, I don't want to use chess terms because not everyone plays. So the piece with the dot on top, put it right here. The piece with the plus on top, put it over here. And then this piece, we're going to put it on the far right. And this should get a checkmate. That'll turn on the light on the right-hand side. We can now jump up on the rook, jump up on the table, and grab this lamp. It'll open up the secret bookcase, and inside, we'll be able to find a key. Pick up the key. And we can now move on to the kitchen. So go back where we came from, down the stairs, and then down and to the right. Now we're going to get our next collectible, glitching remain number 5 out of 6. Come down here, pull this cart to the right. Then open this door right here. And come inside of this room. Jump up on the ledge, and we can find the collectible right here. If you come back outside, you can push this, I don't know what this is called. Maybe someone in the comments can let me know. I don't know. A tray trolley. We'll call it a tray trolley. Probably a food cart. Maybe a food cart would be, that's probably a good one. Anyways, jump up on top once it's lined up with the wall. This will let you get through the hatch. We are now in the kitchen section. This next section's a little bit tough. We'll hop up onto here. I'm going to quickly explain it, but you'll notice that there are 4 bullies here, and we're going to need to use the spoon on all 4 of them. It's mostly timing. So as soon as we jump down, we'll start. Jump down, grab this, take out the first one. The second one will begin running at you. I like to sprint at them a little bit. It closes the gap on them. Take out the third one, and then the fourth one comes down at you. Close the gap. And there we go. We've taken care of all 4 of them. I actually did it on my first try, which is a little bit surprising. The 4th one will drop this, which is a bully disguise. This doesn't count as a hat in the game, but we will need it to get past this next section. As we're holding this head, we can't actually do anything. We can't interact with anything. But we're just going to have to basically walk through this section. All of these kids will kind of push us to the side and whatnot. So we're just going to avoid them by trying not to walk too close to them. I don't think you can lose in this section, but it just takes longer to get through if you're not careful. Crouch under the desk. And we're done that section, which is, you know, not too bad. We have a little bit more to go. For this section, again, we're just going to walk past everything pretty much. You know, there's a lot of little details in this room that in a video like this wouldn't make sense to show you. But definitely keep an eye out and look around. Have some fun with the game. And then come through the end of the hall through the door. For this quote-unquote puzzle, there is a button on the door right here. So we're going to have to climb up to the top of all of these cabinets first. This platforming section's pretty obvious. If, you know, you're not sure, that's fine too. But climb up to the top here. We should be able to jump away from the cabinet and onto the rope. Swing. I'm going to swing twice. I noticed that when I swang only once, it often didn't let me go far enough. Here, we're going to go to this jar. Pick it up. Toss it. Just make sure it lands all the way at the bottom and you'll hear it crash, and then jump up on this hook and allow yourself to come back down. You should now be able to pick up this item, line yourself up with the button on the door, and in Little Nightmares 2 it'll kind of show you when you're in range. You can tell by your character's animation. Now in this room coming up, don't sprint, but what we can do is we're just going to sneak into this vent and underneath this table. This is a really easy section where it's just about a little bit of patience. After her first position, she will move to her second and then the third. And as she's standing at that third position, we can move into the second position. Just make sure you stay crouched or she will definitely hear you. And stay in the darkness, or else she'll be able to see you through the kind of angle of her vision. Wait until she doesn't know what to do, and she should start moving. As she comes through the door, you should be able to come through in the third position here. And then follow her on through. If you're too quick on that, she'll kind of hear you behind her, so that's why we're taking our time there. Sorry, that door was really awkward. Now, this part's a little bit interesting. You can walk, but don't sprint, and try to stay crouched when possible. Come up onto this ledge here, and then climb it, and immediately crouch behind this item right here. As soon as she turns around, you can now move to this corner right here. And then once she realizes she's missing something, you should move to this location right here. As she starts writing on the board, make a jump across. And then wait right here as she walks. You can do this a lot faster if you are careful, but jump through the window when you're ready. This is how I like to do it, just to be safe. Up onto the book ledge. Make it upwards. Book ledge apparently is a thing now. Through the little hole in the wall. And here there will be a section where we have to run through these vents. Now for this section, we will have to use the hammer on a lot of the enemies. So it's just all about timing. For the first enemy, you can just ignore them. They'll get taken out by a trap. But for the second one, we will need to get them, and there will be a third one as well. We can sprint with the hammer. This will help us close the distance. An enemy will drop down here. We're going to take them out. Enemy will come up behind us, sprint to close the distance, take them out. We can then sprint around the corner, and a locker from behind us will open up, revealing another one. Take them out. And then the fourth one around this corner, pretty obvious. But the timing on that one is probably one of the tightest ones. We can then drop the hammer, and there will be a creaky board right here. So watch out for it. And we'll then be able to come through here. We do actually need the hammer, so let me quickly return now that we've successfully dodged the bucket. But take the hammer and sprint into the washroom. There will be two enemies here, which we'll take out. Just be careful that you don't accidentally hit the wood they're standing next to. And now what we can do is take the hammer, which I accidentally dropped, and then take care of this wood right here, which is holding our little buddy. This will start a little bit of a cutscene, and they will rejoin as friends. All right, now that that's complete, we can jump through the window here. And jump on through. Climb across the ledge through the window. Here you'll find a piano, and there is an achievement / trophy for this, very similar to the first game. Jump up on the keys and just run back and forth on them. After about 5 to 10 seconds, the monotones achievement or trophy will unlock. And then what we can do is come here and use the winch to pick up the piano. Get it all the way to the top and it'll automatically drop down, but not all the way through. So we're gonna hop up on the piano and we're gonna help it fall a little bit. We're gonna try to jump together. And eventually the piano should drop through the floor. What we're gonna do here is get the help of our buddy to go through the hatch in the wall. Drop down and stay crouched. Take your time moving slowly here. We're waiting for a distraction on the right side here. And once the piano starts being played, you can now kind of move forward a little bit, pick up the pipe, and you know what to do. With that taken care of, you can pick up the key in the middle of this area. And you can now raise the gate with your bud. We can now use the key to go through the door. And here you want to stay crouched as you walk past the room. We will need to use this hammer on the ground because we will make too much of a distraction trying to leave the area if we don't. Oh, interesting. I've played this many times, and that is the first time that that happened. So apparently if you sneak really well, the enemy will be taken care of kind of on their own. I think usually after I picked up the hammer, I was just pretty quick to use it. So I never saw that before. That's pretty cool. Anyways, jump up onto the drawer, up onto the ledge, and we can now proceed. Go up the stairs. And then here we'll need a jump up from our buddy. Want to make sure that the music is playing when you drop this crate right here. This part is very audio heavy, so you're going to need your speakers or your headset or whatever. You can do it through only visual cues. It's just a little bit more difficult. You can only move while the piano is being played. And you'll know that the piano is about to stop being played based on when the tune slows down a little bit. When the piano is being played, you're pretty much free to do anything. You can pretty much sprint and move and everything. But once it stops, you have to stop. So we're going to be lowering the ledge first. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take this, I don't know, cabinet. And we're going to be moving it across the room. Again, watch out for that 20-second timer on the song. When she starts playing the song again, you should be able to jump up on here, jump up on here, climb. And as long as you're pretty quick here, you should be able to do all of this kind of in one go. Now open this, and unfortunately, no matter what you do, you will have to do this section. You'll spook her, just start sprinting through these tunnels as quickly as you can. Here we have to climb a little bit. This is pretty time specific, so you shouldn't really have too many issues. At the end here, there is a jump and grab section, so make sure you watch out for that. And then here you'll jump down and fall into a dumpster. I know this is a very long chapter. Don't worry, we are almost done. There is still one more collectible to do, and then 2 achievements that are just kind of progressional based. I think we have like maybe 5 or 10 minutes left. Jump out of the dumpster, and then we're going to be sprinting to the right for the next fair bit of time. Across this beam. Here we're going to come to a dumpster puzzle. Grab the dumpster and push it, you know, into the screen, I guess, to close it. Once it's closed, we're going to push it to the right to line it up with this like brick on the ground. We can now jump up on the TV, jump up on the dumpster, and then hopefully it's far enough that we can make this as well. And now that we're up here, right after the dumpster, we can find glitching remain number 6 out of 6. In between these 2 buildings. This should unlock another achievement or trophy for us. We'll then continue forward and into this door. And here you'll notice a yellow rain jacket. Very interesting. When your friend puts it on, you will unlock an achievement or trophy called True Colors, which is progressional based. There's still a little bit more to go in the school chapter, though. Now we're going to ask for a boost up over here by this door. Now, I will mention this later on in my guide, but if you are bored right now and you're looking for more achievements or trophies, there's an achievement for calling your teammate 26 times. So you can press Y to make a call. If you do this 26 times, you'll get an achievement or trophy. Additionally, you can walk up to them and press RT to hold hands. If you hold hands for 6 minutes, you will unlock another achievement or trophy. I'll remind you of that as we come to the end of the game, though, because you probably will unlock some of those through natural progression. Ask for a jump up here. Climb the TV. Climb onto the railing. And then sprint across and drop down. Push this plank. And you can now come through this. Jump on through. Another tunnel section. This one's less scary than the last one. And this right here is the hospital, which is chapter 3. I'll have a separate video for chapter 3, as I should be pretty obvious if you're watching, but once you jump through the window, achievement or trophy called Schooled for completing chapter 2. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to drop a like. It really does help with the channel. Consider subscribing for future videos. Share this series with a friend. A super special thank you to everyone on Patreon for supporting the show, and hopefully I see you soon. Peace.